Investec is a diversified financial group primarily active in investment banking, private banking and asset management, and it was established in 1974.
Indeed, that's interesting. 1974, one thinks of it as a relatively new business, but of course its major asset regions now are here in South Africa and in the United Kingdom because it broadened its base to the UK. It had a few dalliances in some other countries like the USA, Australia and Israel, but really now its core business are these two legs.
Market cap here, we're looking at 94.7 billion rand, trading on a PE of just over 11 and a dividend yield of 4.1%. Now, we're honing in on Investec Asset Management. That's under Hendrik du Toit, based in London.
Yeah, now it's an interesting time because remember they have done really well. They've built a big base. They've also acquired additional assets in the UK market, which has beefed up their private wealth business. They have become a really first division player in the UK market. But at the end of the day, it's a bank with an emerging market footprint and it's seen as a London player as well as an African growth story. Interesting news today about Barclays wanting to reduce their exposure to Barclays Africa. So that's potential net negative. Another thing to keep in mind, two classes of stock. So to get to that 94.7 billion market cap, you've got to add together the INLs and INPs. When you buy the shares on the market, you obviously get both. You get the strength of the asset management returns, but you also get the upside associated with potential deal flow and corporate finance and project finance and the core banking franchise that Stephen Kossef and the others have built up.
We have previously been invested in Investec.
We are currently invested in Investec. So let's have a look at the share price chart because this will be probably of the INLs, that's the Investec Limiteds, although we own the INPs, doesn't matter, they basically track each other. And what you can see there is the same sort of gentle market trend that we're familiar with from yesterday's show. Doing well in 2011, 2012, 2013, sort of rolling over in 2015 and going downwards.
When did you buy this? This must have been while I was away.
It's only about 5 or so months ago. We had a little bit of money that came from somewhere. We were talking about these stocks.
The last I knew, First Rand was our only banking foray.
We still have the First Rands and we have Discoveries and we have Investecs, but it's a modest position. What I will just say about this one is significant offshore earnings. So it's reporting in rands, but of course, remember, the
on
pound
translation
is now worth, what is it? I don't even follow the rand pound exchange rate. It's like
dollar
21 or
rand
22 or 23 or something.
Close to 16.
Those are lots of rands. So whatever is being earned over there, it's kicking in some pretty solid earnings. The other thing I think should be said about Investec's done a lot of work over the years to hone its portfolio to only be operating in areas of business that are profitable. And even within its private wealth business to sort of weed out good clients, bad clients, do more work for good clients. So it's got real strength and
consolidated
visibility.
its operations. Are we going hot or not on Investec?
You know, I mean, my view from yesterday was that this very poor start to the market year is probably not justified, that we're probably going to see some sort of stabilization. Some of the excitement, enthusiasm is going to abate. The US economic numbers look quite good. So if we see a recovering US market, recovering global markets, Europe
notwithstanding South Africa specific issues.
China remains a concern. And of course, people do watch and worry about whether China's slowdown is going to affect the rest of the world very negatively. But I don't think we're poised for a crash.
You're ignoring my comment around South Africa specific issues.
Well, you know, I mean, Investec is like the Woolworths of the South African retail environment. They are in this market operating at the premium end of the business. I don't foresee any difficulties.
So we're calling it hot.
Got to go with hot on Investec.